Hello, everyone. Welcome, People Stack family. Big virtual hugs to all of you. Welcome to another episode of the People Stack podcast. Coming to you from my almost empty office. We are about 10 days out from embarking on our epic road trip. Traveling the country, traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast. We're going to take about 4 or 5 months to do that. And we're going to land in Hawaii by Christmas or before. And we're moving to Hawaii. We are living the dream. It is an honor to be an inspiration. I am humbled at the privilege to be an inspiration, to share this with all of you, that yes, us mere mortals can live the dream too, and you can dream even bigger. And yes, you too can move to Hawaii. I've always joked, and it's turning from a joke to something real, where I want to write a book. I will write a book, and maybe it'll be how to move to Hawaii. And so my office is pretty much empty. For some of you, you may be wondering, there's a sole book over there, a single book in the bookshelf. I know you might be wondering what it is, because if I was watching this on YouTube, I'd wonder, what is that book over there and why is it so special? So this is going into storage at the grandparents. This is Man and Superman by George Bernard Shaw. It's a book that Rob bought, and it's just very close to our heart. It's something that we want to keep, but it's not coming on the road trip with us. So it's going to go in storage, and then we'll figure out what to do with it afterwards, just in case you're curious about that. Anyway, what am I talking about today? What is important to help you build your dream? To help you to use your career as a vehicle to create whatever your dream is. What is your I'm moving to Hawaii? Like, that's what it is for us. Maybe that's what it is for you too, but maybe it's something entirely different. What is your, oh gosh, if I could wave a magic wand and live the life that I so want to live, this is what it would be. And the cool thing is you can do that, and you can use your career. You are a committed, decisive, resourceful, wise, badass technical manager. You can use, and you will use, your career, whether you realize it or not, whether you do it intentionally or not. You will use your career as the rocket ship toward your dreams. Your choice is, do you want to do that intentionally, mindfully, or do you want to just kind of let it happen? And I know you're listening to this because you don't want to just let it happen. You want to do this intentionally. So I thought what I'd do on this episode, I'm in a very reflective mode as we are kind of in a transition period in our life, as I pack everything up and go through notes and just really revel in the honor and the gratitude, and just honestly am humbled at the opportunity that I have, the opportunity that Rob and I have to guide hundreds of technical managers on their path toward creating their dreams. So I thought what I'd share is the 5 lessons that we've learned along the way in helping tech managers build their dream careers. And so the way that you can look at it is like, what are the shifts? What are the lessons I want to learn? I want to learn even deeper. For some of these lessons, they may feel familiar because it's not rocket science. Your career may be a rocket ship, but it's not rocket science to build your dream. But what I want you to do is empty your cup and unlearn, just for a moment, unlearn what you think you already know, and take this in as new information, as new shifts. It's not just, and not even just about information. You know that we're about, like, I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with information. Like, information is good, but really what makes a change is the transformation, is the action taking. So I really want you to absorb these and feel into these lessons in a way that you haven't before, even if you've heard them. If you've heard them once, twice, 100 times before. So these are the 5 lessons that we've learned. And if you can really embrace these lessons, you're going to be well on your way to building your own dream, to creating outcomes like our clients have, like earning 20, 30, sometimes even 40 or 50% raises, landing their hell yes jobs, their dream jobs in their dream companies, in their dream industries with a dream boss and a dream team that just surpasses what they thought was possible. They are living lives of joy and balance and freedom and gratitude. And they're doing it also while making an even bigger impact than they thought possible. And this is absolutely possible for you. So that's what is possible. That's what opens up for you if you really embrace these shifts and embody them. Not just understand them intellectually, but make them a part of your being. Get them into your nervous system, into who you are. That's what's available. And so that's why I'm sharing them. The first shift, the first lesson that we've learned is that the decision is everything. The decision is everything. It has to start with the decision. A bold, a most defiant, sometimes what may feel like an unreasonable decision. A bold, defiant, unreasonable decision. That decision is everything. That's the first lesson. You have to make the bold, defiant, unreasonable decision to build your dream career. You have to make the bold, defiant, unreasonable decision to, for some of you, leave your job and find a new one. For others, the bold, defiant, unreasonable decision to take a stand at your current company and have the conversations that you've been avoiding to earn that raise and to earn that promotion. The bold, defiant, unreasonable decision that I can have anything I want, I can do anything I want, and I can be anything I want in my career. It's bold. It's defiant. It's like, I will not stand for career hell anymore. I will not stand for being unrecognized. I will not stand for being invisible. I will not stand for a lack of clarity. I will not stand for overwhelm. It's defiant. It's also unreasonable. This is not a logical decision. You try to use logic to build your dream, not going to work. It's not a logical decision. It's a decision that's made from your heart. It's a decision that's made from your highest level of yourself, from your being, from your core, from your soul, from your spirit, from the divine within. That is where this decision is made from. That's why it's unreasonable, because it defies reason. If you were to have a conversation with your logic, the logical part of you, and say, hey, I want to build my dream career, you know what that logical part of you is going to say? No, you don't. No. That's too scary. That's too much. That's not safe. You don't deserve that. I think you should just stay comfortable in your comfort bubble right now. That's what's going to happen. That's why it's unreasonable. You have to start with that decision. 100%, 10 out of 10. I'm building my dream. I'm on the job market. I'm going after that promotion. I'm going to do it with ease and flow and all of the balance in the world. That's number one. The decision is everything. Without the decision, you're just kind of like throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. You're taking actions without a foundation. And that's why those actions aren't working. The decision is everything. It starts with a decision. Number two, commitment does matter. It absolutely matters. Surprise, surprise. And it has to come from your heart. When I talk about commitment here, what I mean is that motivation, that drive, that power, that force that moves you forward even though it may feel hard. So that's the second lesson that we've learned in building this business too, in building the people stack, and also in watching hundreds of tech managers build their dreams. Commitment does matter, and it has to come from the heart. And notice how this follows from it too, because you're making a heart-based decision, a decision that comes from your soul, from the soul of your being. And so that commitment that follows from it comes from the soul of your being. It comes from the core of who you are. It comes from your higher self. It doesn't come from logic or reason, like I was saying before. It doesn't come from trying to motivate yourself to do something that you're not sure if you want to do. Ever try to do that? We all have. It's like, to give an example, a lot of people say, oh, I should meditate. And sometimes clients ask me, I want to meditate, Jen. Seems like a thing I should do. How do I find the motivation to do it? It's sort of like, how do I convince myself that I should do this thing? To try to push and push and push and do this thing that I'm not quite sure I want to do. But how do I find the motivation, Jen? Let's go back to number 1. The decision is everything. You have not yet made the bold, defiant, unreasonable decision to begin meditating. And if you haven't done that, you can't have that commitment that comes from your heart. Because when you make a commitment that comes from your heart, you're pulled to do that thing. You're like, OMG, I'm going to start meditating tomorrow, today. Where's the apps? I want to download them all. You don't have to find the meditation. You don't have to find the meditation. You don't have to find the motivation. It just comes through you. It comes through you. It's the same thing with going on the job market, the decision to spread your wings and go on the job market and find a new job. A lot of clients ask, again, in the beginning, how do I find the motivation? I'm just not feeling motivated to go and network and reach out and redo my resume. I'm just not, I don't know. How do I find that motivation, Jen? It just doesn't feel like I don't want to do it. I know I should do it. And it's something that I have to do, but I'm not feeling it. And I say, go back to step 1. We talked about this. Are you 100%? Are you 10 out of 10 on the job market? Yeah, you're right, I'm not. Okay, so let's have a conversation about where you are and how to get there. If you're a 5, if you're a 3, if you're a 7, how do we make it a 10? And you have the conversation about how to be defiantly committed, boldly committed, unreasonably committed to being on the job market. And then when that happens, you're going to be like, oh my God, I have my resume and I want to network. And what are the things that I do? And what systems do I have? That's where you want to come from. That commitment matters, and it's got to come from your heart. The third thing that we've learned is to never stop getting resourceful. Never stop getting resourceful. So resourcefulness is one of those traits, one of those qualities, I want to call it, that we all have, that we tap into from time to time. And then at other times we might forget that we have it. And especially as you are embarking on a journey toward building your dream, toward stretching the boundaries of your comfort zone, stretching the boundaries of possibility, embarking towards worlds that you have not explored before, going into the unexplored territory of a new job, a new position. And for some of you, it's moving maybe across the country, or maybe for some of you, it's moving to a new country, to the other side of the world. We've certainly helped clients with that too. Moving from one country to another. You're moving into the unknown. Whether you're physically moving countries or not, you still may be staying in the same state. You may decide to stay exactly where you are location-wise. But the choice to up-level in your career, to move from being a manager to a director, or from a director to a VP. The choice to move from a position where you may have been in the weeds a lot and not strategic, to a place where it's 100% strategic and 100% about leading. You're moving into new territory. You're moving into the unknown. Never stop getting resourceful. Your resourcefulness is your safety net. So a lot of people say, I'll go on the job market when I have that safety net. Or I'll ask for that raise when I have that safety net. I'll move to Hawaii when I have that safety net. And a lot of times people are talking about that financial safety net. But sometimes it's that emotional safety net too. It's like, I want to know it's the right time. I want to know that they're going to say yes. I want to know that this is the right thing. And what we've learned in building the people stack, in helping tech managers to make this bold decision, to go on this journey toward the unknown, is that your real safety net is your resourcefulness. And it's always available to you. Your resourcefulness, your ability to get creative, your ability to gather resources. We are hunters and gatherers, people. We got this. It's kind of like, oh no, I don't have any food. Let's get resourceful and find some. Oh no, I don't have enough money. Let's get resourceful and make some. Gather all of your resources together. Your internal resources, which include your resourcefulness, to get a little meta on there, your biggest resource is your resourcefulness. In addition to your knowledge, your skills, your ability, your prior experiences, your heart, your motivation, your commitment, your bold, defiant decision. Notice how these follow from one another. You have all of those resources available to you because nothing in life is certain except that we will all pass on, that we will all pass away. That's it. That's the only thing that's certain. And so when you can really embrace that life is not eternal, that this life that you're living right now, it's not eternal, it's not forever. You don't know how many more minutes. You don't know how many more moments you have to cherish this life. So how about you get resourceful right now and build your dream? How about it? That's your safety net. So never stop getting resourceful. Number 4 is it starts with you. It starts with you. This was a major breakthrough for one of my clients. I was having a conversation with him. This was years ago. And ever since then, it's really stayed with me. It was actually his breakthrough. And I said, wow, but that's really, it's really everyone's breakthrough, isn't it? It starts with you. I was having a conversation with him about, I actually don't remember exactly what the details were. And I do like to protect client confidentiality for sure. But it was basically about, him talking about how his entire life has been about helping other people. It's been about making sure that he was there for his family, for his kids, for his team. And we had a conversation around that. And I reminded him that he has to put his oxygen mask on first if he wants to make sure that other people get the help, get the oxygen that they need. And he said, wow, I hear what you're saying, Jen. So what you're saying is it starts with me. Like, that's exactly right. It starts with you. The decision, the commitment, the resourcefulness, building your dream, it starts with you. Getting that raise, getting that promotion, making the impact that you want as a technical leader, it starts with you. No one else is going to do this for you. You have to make that decision. You have to make that commitment. You have to get resourceful. Take ownership here. That's really what, when we talk about making mindset shifts, we talk about strategic shifts a lot, but when we talk about making mindset shifts, this is what it is you need to build the beliefs. You need to build the stories. You need to build the emotional home. You need to take a stand for what you want. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to show up at your best. It has to start with you. It starts with you. And then number 5 is that service is the ultimate motivator. Service is the ultimate motivator. If lesson number 4 is that it starts with you, lesson number 5 is that it ends with others. You want to find that motivation? Serve. Tap in to your natural inner inclination to serve others. We all have it. For some of us, it's more obvious than others, but we all have a desire, an internal motivation to help. And that is the guaranteed way, by the way, to get rid of any jitters, any angst, any nervousness that you might have, any fear or worry or doubt that you might have as you embark on this journey. As you go on a job interview, for example, or as you're preparing for a difficult conversation with your boss. Yes, it does start with you to take ownership, and here's how I'm showing up, and here's why, and here's what I stand for. But at the end of the day, it's to be of service. How can I help you? That takes the ego out of the equation, and it's suddenly about that other person that you're talking with or a group of people. Be of service. That's what this is ultimately about. Yes, we want you to live your dream. We want you to make so much money that it doesn't matter anymore and you can go and serve. And that you can be the ultimate version of yourself who is in service to fellow humans and make the ultimate impact. That's what we want for you. And that is what every single technical manager is capable of doing. I truly believe that. I truly know that in the bottom of my soul. But at the end of the day, and this is one of the things that keeps me up at night, that causes me angst and frustration, I can't make you do that. I can't convince you to do that. You have to make the choice. You have to make the decision. You have to commit. You have to get resourceful. You have to realize that it starts with you. You have to realize that here's the service I want to make, and here's what I'm committed to doing. That's the path that you get to walk. That is the journey that you get to embark upon. And it's never done. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, you could certainly set waypoints, set stopping points along the way to revel in all of the wins. 30% raise, the 40% raise, the promotion, the team win after team win, the project win after project win, the award, yes, the awards that you get. Do they feed your ego? Yes. Is that bad? No, because it means that you're finally getting recognized and that you're showing up as your true authentic self, and it means that you're making an impact, and it means that you're making an impact, and that you're doing the service, that you are living your dharma, and that's what we want for all of you. And if you're ready to start walking this path, if you're ready to start fully, truly embodying every single one of these lessons, then I want you to book a call with us today, thepeoplestack.com/book. Go there right now, book a call with my team, and we will help you. We will help you build your dream career, thepeoplestack.com/book. What are the lessons I want you to embody? Number 1, the decision is everything. Make a bold, defiant, unreasonable decision. Number 2, Commitment matters, and it has to come from the heart. You want to be pulled toward that thing you want. You don't want to have to push. That's too hard. It's not sustainable. Number 3, never stop getting resourceful. Your resourcefulness, which everyone has, that's your real safety net. Number 4, it starts with you. Make the bold, defiant, unreasonable decision to start with you. Put your oxygen mask on first. Take ownership. Take care of yourself so that you can help others. That's number 5. Service is the ultimate motivator. What service do you want to be in this world? What form of service? How do you want to serve your fellow humans, your fellow brothers, your fellow sisters? How do you want to serve? If you're ready to do this, and you are ready to say goodbye to a career where you're just settling, if you're ready to say goodbye to a career where you feel invisible, if you're ready to say goodbye to a career where you feel overwhelmed, you're working too many hours and getting not enough in return for it, it's time to book a call with us. thepeoplestack.com/book. We're here for you. We're stand for you. And while I know that I'm good at what I do, it's my expertise, it's my dharma to coach tech managers to build your dream. I know that I cannot push you. I know that I cannot convince you. I cannot want this more than you can. The decision is everything. That's why that's number 1. And if you need help making that decision, if you're feeling scared about making the decision to embark on your dream, then that's yet another reason to book that call. thepeoplestack.com/book. Live your dream. Do it now. You don't know how many moments you have left in this life. Cherish every single one of them. Big hugs, everybody. Bye for now.